Hey YouTube, time to make another video. Not really a rant, just something going on local. Be honest, I didn't want to get involved with it because I do carry a gun legally, and I was afraid that Antifa or whoever would show up and provoke me and I might shoot somebody, and I'm not showing up for a fight that I don't want. So I didn't show up. I didn't go to it. There's a group protesting some Confederate monuments in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. Turned out to be pretty much a non-event from everything I've seen. I've seen people posting video on it. I've seen the local news post on it. There's maybe 50 protesters, so it really wasn't that big a deal. But they're probably going to, now that it's been brought up, the guy that even did it, that organized it, he was like, I've walked by this street all my life. I've never even noticed it. I've never paid any attention to it, blah, blah, blah. What? Just because they're fucking statues, they're not hurting you, okay? But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker at this, where these monuments are. It's a 200-year-old graveyard in downtown Greenville. It's a graveyard. A fucking graveyard, okay? And guess what? It's buried there. Confederate soldiers from different states, but they're buried there. Of course there's fucking Confederate monuments there. And here's the real kicker. When I started doing some research just a few minutes ago, I haven't extensively researched it, but in my little quick look up of this cemetery, I would say the name, but I'll screw it up if I say it, so I'm not going to say it because I can't. I didn't write it down. Anyway, it's in downtown Greenville. Look up Confederate Graveyard, Greenville, South Carolina. It'll pop up. It's like Somerville or something to that effect. I don't know. Anyway, but a really, really interesting, I mean, just, I'm going to blow you away with this. There's 56 black Confederate soldiers buried in that graveyard. And these people are protesting these Confederate fucking monuments at this graveyard, which 56 of their fellow men are buried in, and those monuments are there to give them I'm drawing a blank here. Remembrance of them, you know, to praise them, to, you know, remember their sacrifice in the fight against oppression. And still, and when I'm passing by a place that sells fucking Confederate flags right there. God damn, that's ironic. Anyway, the Civil War wasn't about slavery. It never was about slavery. It was 4 years into it that Lincoln even mentioned slavery because it was getting their ass kicked and they needed more support from the people of the North to pitch in and help out more. That's the only reason slavery even got brought up into it. I'm not promoting slavery. I don't think down on blacks. I don't think down, I mean, I don't think that we fought the war for slavery. It had nothing to do with slavery. The South was paying 80% of the taxes that the United States brought in. It was about taxes, people. Fucking get your head out of your ass, quit listening to the fucking news, and do some research. We were paying almost 80% of the taxes of the entire freaking nation. That's why we went to war. That's why Fort Sumter fired on those ships. They had a damn blockade on their damn port of Charleston. That's the first shots of the Civil War was in South Carolina, Charleston, Fort Sumter. Those guns fired on a blockade of our goods going out. That's how the fucking war got started. Okay? I've been to Fort Sumter. I visited it. I know a good bit about it. You know? But like I said, I mean, what really, I mean, for the most part, I wouldn't even want to say anything about it, but when I was doing a little research right quick before I ran to the store up here, I was just like, let me do a little research on this, and because I kept seeing people post on Facebook that it was a cemetery, and I was like, okay, let me look into it. And it turns out there's 56 black Confederate soldiers buried in it. And these people are fucking protesting these Confederate monuments that are a memorial to white and black soldiers that fought for the South. You just can't make up shit this fucking stupid. You can't. I couldn't pull a joke out of my ass this any funnier or any stupider than what they're doing. Luckily, it wasn't a big event, and hopefully it'll blow by and go away. But any of you BLM or Antifa, if you happen to stumble across this video, I hope you hold your head down in shame, because you should. You're desecrating a graveyard. A fucking graveyard. So, best thing for you to do, shut up, get educated, do a little history background, figure out what it is you're fighting for, because you're not fighting for the right cause. I hope that made some sense. I'm just a little irritated, and 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes of research, I found out that 56 Confederate black soldiers died and are buried in that damn graveyard. That these people think they want to protest because there was a Confederate freaking monument there. Yeah, there is. And it's a memorial to black and white people that fought in that war. So, if you want to desecrate a graveyard, you're a low-life son of a bitch, and your opinion really don't fucking matter to me. So what other stupid shit you gonna do and try to convince me that you're right? Because so far, it's not working. Later, YouTube.